Fourth day of threats, looking more and more like one person causing a lot of trouble in Madison schools. We'll hear what the chief of police is now calling for.
Buddhists in Dane County take time out of their New Year's celebrations to show that all faiths are backing the war-torn country of Ukraine.
And the situation there getting even more dire. 1 million refugees already gone, many more looking to get out. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. We start tonight with breaking news related to elections. The Wisconsin Supreme Court just ruled to accept legislative district maps Governor Evers' team drew up, rejecting Republican ones.
It was a 4-3 decision, with Justice Brian Hagedorn siding with the court's more liberal justices. Hagedorn wrote Governor Evers' maps offered the fewest changes and therefore were the ones best suited for the next 10 years. The Journal Sentinel's Patrick Marley says this may not be the final say on the matter. However, we'll have much more on this breaking news online and tonight here on News 3 Now. Again, the state Supreme Court voting to accept Governor Evers' version of new district maps late this afternoon.
At least 2 new threats were called into Madison Memorial High School today. It has the police chief fed up, and it has us announcing a policy change. In fact, moving forward, we will only report on these threats when they disrupt the normal school day.
The threats started Monday and have come in every day since. Police found no evidence that any of them are credible. Naomi Coles reports on why the chief is pushing for a community-wide discussion.
Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes believes all of this is coming from one person, but his department doesn't have a sense yet as to who. He says a lot of school districts experience a string of incredible threats like this at least once a year, disrupting school education and student safety. Getting to the root of the problem may need public input.
I think it's time for a serious sit-down, even a summit with MMSD to talk about all these aspects of public safety that people are concerned about. I think the time to do that is now.
While it takes time and resources for the department to respond to threats like this, the police chief says that's not the important thing here. They're continuing to use extra patrols, and a team of detectives are working on the issue. All this is coming as the school district moves toward creating an ad hoc committee to study student safety and wellness. More on that online right now at channel3000.com. In Madison, for News 3 Now, I'm Naomi Coles.
Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast now. Meteorologist Dana Fulton is on the weather patio. Dana?
It was a cloudy day for us and a much cooler day throughout southern Wisconsin. In fact, as we look at our temperature change over the last 24 hours, a 15 to 20 degree drop for areas south of Dane County, about a 10 degree drop for us in Madison. Close to 30 right now, about 34 in Janesville, 31 in Lone Rock. So we're below average for today, but it's just a brief cool down. Things warming back up as we look ahead to Friday and the weekend. A bit of cloud coverage for our Thursday. It'll stay cloudy overnight and for Friday and Saturday. No moisture right now. Some light flurries to the very southwest corner of the state. Parts of Grant County might see a few snowflakes, but Iowa and Illinois receiving a little steadier snowfall for us this afternoon. We're going to stay pretty quiet for tonight and most of Friday, but as we look ahead to Saturday, things get a little more soggy outside. Milder temperatures for Friday and for the weekend. Saturday could bring along some scattered showers and possibly a few thunderstorms. We look ahead to next week. There will be a few opportunities for flurries and light snowfall building back in. Not sure how long that's going to stick around for us, though. We'll take a closer look at that full 10-day in just a few.
All right, Dana, thank you. As support for the people of Ukraine continues to build, people here in Wisconsin are trying to do their part. This morning, hundreds of members of the Wisconsin Tibetan community attended a prayer event at the Deer Park Buddhist Center in Oregon. While it coincided with their Lunar New Year celebration, they wanted to show their solidarity for the people of Ukraine, hoping for a return to a normal life there.
War is outdated, basically. You know, like last century, we had a lot of wars and stuff. We went through a lot of so we're hoping for a better century.
As the Russian invasion of Ukraine enters its 8th day now, a second round of peace talks between negotiators in Belarus say they've reached an agreement to create safe civilian evacuation corridors.
The move comes after dozens of neighborhoods were bombed across the country. Isabel Rosales has the latest.
More than 1 million people so far escaping the violence in Ukraine, according to the United Nations.
Ukrainians are very friendly. We don't want to have war. We don't want to have quarrels with somebody. We want just peace.
This as Russia continues its assault on key Ukrainian cities.
We have continuous shelling for 26 hours. 26 hours they are destroying our city.
Laying siege to Mariupol and tightening its control of Ukraine's south.
We do not have water supply, we do not have sanitary system, and we do not have heating.
One senior U.S. defense official says Russian forces have shown a willingness to hit civilian infrastructure on purpose.
Dozens have been killed, including children and women, and it's a nightmare.
Delegations from the two countries meeting again amid the violence. On the agenda, an immediate ceasefire, armistice, and creating humanitarian corridors for the evacuation of civilians.
It's awful. We are crying all the time. It's a hard situation.
There is no reason for this to be happening right now.
The European Union is now offering them temporary protected status. In Washington, I'm Isabel Rosales.
An immigration official tells CBS News the Biden administration has paused U.S. deportations to Ukraine due to the ongoing humanitarian crisis. Meanwhile, a bipartisan group of lawmakers announced they will introduce a bill to ban Russian oil imports to the U.S. But the White House has pushed back, saying that move could raise gas prices.
Hundreds of women are giving birth in hospital basements and bomb shelters as Russia's attack rages on. Amid barricaded windows and thick concrete walls, hospital staff are coping with the basics while expectant mothers go through labor with the added trauma of conflict. Elena Shinkar is expecting her first child and was admitted to a medical center in Kyiv just days before the Russian invasion.
Of course, it's terrible what is happening. We are living in real hell. I could never imagine that something like that can happen in 21st century.
More than 1,000 babies are being born in Ukraine every day. It's estimated about 100 will need some sort of neonatal intensive care, posing an additional challenge for medical staff. Now, with all that's unfolding in Ukraine right now, new information constantly coming in. You can find the latest updates in a special section at channel3000.com. Just scroll down to Crisis in Ukraine. That's on our homepage. You'll also find a link on how you can help the people of Ukraine.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Brett Hankinson, not guilty of wanton endangerment first degree under instruction number 5.
Former Kentucky police officer Brett Hankinson was found not guilty of wanton endangerment for firing shots during the 2020 police raid that ended in the death of Breonna Taylor. Hankinson was not charged with Taylor's death, but rather for endangering her neighbors. The police chief at the time said Hankinson had blindly fired his gun near a side door after a no-knock raid. During that raid, Taylor's boyfriend mistook the officers for intruders and fired his gun. 2 officers returned fire, killing Taylor. Those officers have not been charged in her death.
At least 3 people were killed after multiple crashes on a Florida highway. The state's highway patrol says 4 separate accidents in Volusia County happened about 1:30 this morning. At least 15 vehicles, including some semis, were involved. At one point, 2 semis caught fire and exploded. Investigators believe a combination of fog and smoke led to the deadly crashes.
What we now know happened is there was almost zero visibility in the area based on smoke and fog that had mixed together, and visibility dropped to 0.
Investigators say the highway was closed for hours as crews investigated the scene. And a massive fire in New Hampshire at a building that houses school buses. The huge plumes could be seen coming from the complex as multiple crews responded here. School district officials there say potential damage to buses may keep kids out of school through Monday. No word on any injuries, what caused it, or how many buses were damaged or destroyed. At
least 5 people were critically injured today after an apartment fire ended in an explosion in Maryland. When firefighters arrived at the scene, the 1st and 2nd floors of the building were engulfed in flames. The fire led to the collapse of at least 18 apartments in the building. Investigators say some people are still missing.
We do have several unaccounted for. I do not have a number to provide you at this point. We are working with all of our law enforcement agencies, the property managers, and all of the occupants to be able to refine that.
Crews are still investigating what caused the fire and explosion.
State Representative Gordon Hintz says he will not seek re-election to the state assembly this year. Hintz, a Democrat representing Oshkosh, was first elected to the assembly in 2006, re-elected to his 8th term for the 2021-22 legislative session. He has served on multiple committees and commissions during his tenure. Now, in January, you'll recall Representative Hintz concluded his tenure as the state assembly minority leader, a role he had been elected to by his colleagues to serve since the fall of 2017.
Local doctors are reminding people that ignoring symptoms of what could be a heart attack could be a fatal mistake. Those early warning signs include sudden chest discomfort, shortness of breath, discomfort in arms, back, your neck, jaw, or stomach. Joe Morena of Blue Mounds reluctantly called 911 when he felt some of those symptoms and later woke up after suffering what doctors call the widowmaker heart attack. His left anterior descending artery was 100% blocked when he arrived at the hospital.
Up next at 5, shining a spotlight on a neglected epidemic.
Coming up, advocates are calling on lawmakers for more federal and state resources to help find missing women of color across the U.S. And later at 6, how a program run by Colin Kaepernick's organization is helping one family in Milwaukee.
And on Wall Street, stocks end lower. Uncertainty over Ukraine continues to affect the markets. The Dow off 97, the Nasdaq tumbles more than 214 points. The S&P loses 23. And we'll be right back.
The ultimate appliance sale is on now at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley. We have 100 semi-loads of inventory in stock with guaranteed delivery in 5 days or less, plus interest-free financing for 12 months at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline and East Springs Drive.
Here at TSR, we transform outdated or damaged basement floors into beautiful, functional, tough floors in just one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and we don't just simply coat over your old floor. We repair all the cracks, apply the base coat and chip, and then seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. Our coatings are ridiculously easy to clean and will not be damaged by spills or standing water. All of our coatings are covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty, so you can rest assured that your beautiful new basement floor coating will last. And from now until March 15th, we're offering 15% off your basement floor coating. This promotion also applies to any interior commercial coating project. Visit the website or call the number below for your new floor today. TSR, one day floor.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
I can't take it anymore. It's time for a change. Buy one window, get one free? Perfect.
I can change, honey.
Not you. These drafty old windows.
Oh.
It's time for a change. Buy one window, get one free from Feldco.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
It's the ultimate sale going on now at Ashley. We have 100 semi-loads of inventory in stock and ready to go with savings of up to 55% off. Plus, take a bonus 10% discount and interest-free financing for 5 years. Ashley, Wisconsin's #1 furniture and mattress retailer.
Tonight at 6, could a fake school shooting reported yesterday be connected to a series of phone threats made to Madison Memorial earlier in the week? We're searching for answers. And how a local man's early 911 call saved his life. That's coming up at 6.
When a local man lost close to $250,000 of his retirement savings to scammers, our Call for Action team helped recover every penny.
It does happen to a lot of people.
Leah Linscheid breaks down the steps to take so it doesn't happen to you. Sunday at 10. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill held a hearing today to shine a light on the neglected epidemic of missing women and girls of color in this country. Michael George reports from New York.
Advocates testified Thursday about the disproportionate number of women and girls of color who go missing in the U.S. each year. Akia Eggleston is one of them, last seen in 2017 when she was 8 months pregnant.
There is not a day that goes by without conversation on the subject of our daughter, unborn grandson's ongoing case. We struggle with not knowing what happened to them. Where are they? Why they can't be found?
An arrest was recently made in her case, but her father, Sean Wilkinson, told lawmakers he struggled for years to get attention from both law enforcement and the media.
Did not get state, national, or international coverage. Why is this so?
The Black and Missing Foundation says people of color make up nearly 40% of the missing population, yet they receive only 7% of national media coverage.
We can all name Gabby Petito, Natalie Holloway, Chandra Levy, and many other white women who have gone missing. But can any of you name a person of color that have garnered national media coverage?
Advocates say missing persons of color are often the targets of domestic violence or sex trafficking, but many people don't view them as victims.
There's a mindset that their action or deviant behavior led to their disappearance.
They're calling on more federal and state resources to address the problem. Michael George, CBS News.
Advocates say the numbers of missing women and girls of color are most likely underreported and maybe even higher.
The governor of Iowa has signed into law a controversial bill that prohibits transgender females from participating in girls' high school sports and women's college athletics. Iowa now joins 10 other GOP-run states with such laws. Some have faced court challenges alleging violations to constitutional rights and federal non-discrimination laws.
It requires schools at all levels to designate sporting events as male, female, or co-ed. Only students who are female according to their birth certificate will be eligible to compete in girls' sports. Nothing could be more straightforward and common sense.
We know that students are going to be put at risk because of this bill, and it's unfair, and it's also against the law.
Republican leaders in the state say the new law will be effective immediately, meaning transgender female students on teams may be forced to quit.
After nearly 3,000 entries, the Wisconsin Cheesemakers Association has named the 2022 world champion. The winner was Michael Spiker with a Gruyere from Bern, Switzerland. The second runner-up was from Austria, and the first runner-up was an Appenzeller Mild Würzig, also from Switzerland. 7 of the 20 finalists were from Wisconsin, but didn't make it, unfortunately, to the top. 7, however, of the 300 entries is a pretty good showing from America's Dairyland.
I'm glad you had to say those Swiss names.
I know my cheese.
You've lived there.
Yes.
Well, let's go to our certified most accurate forecast now. Here's Dana.
Right now, things a little cloudy outside, a little cooler for us for Thursday. Again, as we look at this Doppler track, some light snow just off to the southwest. Could see a few flurries in Grant County, but I think most of the area staying pretty quiet. Our focus right now, fast forwarding just a little bit to Saturday. That same area, eastern Iowa, southwestern Wisconsin, looking right now at a slight risk, so a 2 on a scale to 5 to possibly see some stronger thunderstorms pass through. Temperatures are going to be very mild. We're watching that rain build in. We could see that chance for a few isolated thunderstorms, stronger thunderstorms for us on Saturday. For Saturday morning, early in the day, light rain showers starting to creep into southern Wisconsin. This ramps up more in the late afternoon and evening with the possibility to bring some really heavy rain showers for us. And again, a few rumbles of thunder for Saturday night into early Sunday morning. I know we're just getting into March. Overall started like a lamb, but we are going to have a bit of event passing through for the first weekend of March. Clears out early Sunday, and by Sunday afternoon, things start to dry up just a bit more. Right now, rainfall totals generally staying under an inch for most of the area. Some isolated areas could be more in the 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch range. We still have some frozen ground in spots that could lead to just more muddy paw prints really tracking around for us on Sunday. Now, over the next 24 hours, things start to warm up just a little bit. In fact, overnight lows tonight falling down to the mid to low 20s for early Friday morning. Friday afternoon, we'll see high temperatures back up to the 40s. So we bounce right back up to that mild spot today, the only cool day in the forecast. forecast for this week. By Saturday morning, again, that light rain chance building in possibly early in the day to see a few isolated showers, but the bulk of the heavier rain really builds in the late afternoon and evening. That's when we'll see the chance to see a few isolated thunderstorms here. Here are a few rumbles of thunder. Temperature-wise, it's going to be a strong breeze coming in from the south. Highs rising close to 60 for us for Saturday. The rain continues overnight into early Sunday morning, possibly the chance to see a few light flurries early in the day on Sunday. And we'll back off a little bit on temperatures for the second half of the weekend. Highs tomorrow in the low 40s, mostly cloudy outside and not as cold. We have a cooler trend in our 6 to 10 day. That does anchor down for us in our 8 to 14 day outlook as well, with seeing temperatures trending below average, pulling into the back half of next week. Breezy outside for Friday, Saturday. We're close to 60 with showers and thunderstorms, possibly seeing some light flurries early in the day on Sunday, then again Sunday night into Monday. Notice again we're cooler behind that rain system. Some light snow possible on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Dry with highs in the low 40s. By the back half of next week, we see a drop off below average for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The good news, though, we do get to spring forward by next weekend. Get a little more sunlight in the forecast. All right, now traffic looking fairly smooth for us throughout Dane County. No accidents to report. Eastbound along the Beltline, a few of the usual spots starting to slow down near Fish Hatchery Road and near Monona. But downtown Madison actually looks pretty good for us this evening, and Rock County, and no major delays for Janesville. As far as getting from the Beltline to Janesville, 25 minutes. Middleton to Sauk City sitting closer to 16 minutes, and downtown to Sun Prairie about 17 minutes this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Tina, thank you. U.S. citizens are answering the call to help in Ukraine. Next, we need a husband and wife team, both veterans heading to the region to help. That's coming up at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Living with metastatic breast cancer means being relentless, because every day matters. And having more of them is possible with Verzenio, the only one of its kind proven to help you live significantly longer when taken with fulvestrant, regardless of menopause status.
Verzenio plus fulvestrant is for HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer that has progressed after hormone therapy. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. At the first sign, call your doctor, start an antidiarrheal, and drink fluids. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor about any fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Life-threatening lung inflammation can occur. Tell your doctor about any new or worsening trouble breathing, cough, or chest pain. Serious liver problems can happen. Symptoms include fatigue, appetite loss, stomach pain, and bleeding or bruising. Blood clots that can lead to death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, and rapid breathing or heart rate, or if you are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be.
Every day matters, and I want more of them.
Ask your doctor about everyday Verzenio.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm David Cohen, the COO of Love Your Teeth. When I met the dentist who developed Love Your Teeth and I saw how effective it was and how easy it was to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Love Your Teeth was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth, as well as stains on caps and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. And for those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, with Love Your Teeth, you can target that area using swab precision.
With Love Your Teeth, my teeth were looking great. Like, I would just wake up every day like, oh my God, my teeth are getting whiter. I'm just so confident in the way that my smile looks.
I'm so happy with the results. Before I started Love Your Teeth, I took a selfie. They're so white, so different.
The brilliance of my teeth now is so much better.
If you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in your first application, you'll see up to 2 shades whiter teeth and 7 shades in 7 days. Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. And get up to 2 shades whiter in your first application.
I love red wine, tea, coffee, and I typically get stains at like the bottom part of my teeth, and it's very obvious. This was my smile before I started using Love Your Teeth. Here's my smile now.
while I was using other teeth whitening products, my teeth became sensitive. With Love Your Teeth, there was zero sensitivity the entire process.
Call for your 10-minute solution to a whiter smile. Order Love Your Teeth today and get 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free Love Your Teeth Go Pen with your order. The Go Pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even smoking. In addition to saving up to 50% on your purchase and your free Go Pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit lyt50.com.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The war in Ukraine is being fought thousands of miles away from the U.S., of course, but Americans are standing up to help.
A husband and wife, both military veterans, are headed from Virginia to the war zone to donate their time and expertise, even as the U.S. advises American citizens to stay away. Natalie Brand has their story.
Struck by the images in Ukraine, retired Marine Lieutenant Colonel Rip Rawlings and his wife, also a veteran, Dr. Erin Felger, packed their bags and left Virginia Thursday, headed to the war zone.
Grew up with a grandfather who was in World War II and was a prisoner of war of the Germans for almost 2 years. And so we have a deep sense of loyalty and patriotism in our family, and it's never wavered.
If we don't do anything about tyranny, then tyranny exists, and so people have to step up and do something about it.
Rawlings is now an author who actually wrote a fictional book about a Russian invasion in Europe. He's now going to cover the reality as a journalist.
You literally have civilians that are getting in the line and participating in putting up barricades and, doing what I think is remarkable work and very courageous work. And I think I'd like to document some of that courage.
Dr. Felger worked as a combat surgeon in Iraq and hopes to put her medical skills to use in local hospitals. She plans to start with the injured evacuated into Poland and then head into Ukraine.
They're just very short-handed right now. When we first started looking into this, we had probably within 3 hours of getting a contact people that wanted me to come to a particular hospital.
While the U.S. has advised against American citizens traveling to Ukraine, this couple feel with their experience they can make a contribution. The hardest part, explaining their decision to their 9- and 10-year-old children.
They were sad, very sad. You get it in their eyes that they truly understand what's happening now.
The kids will be staying with friends.
What about saying prayers every night?
Until their parents return home. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Washington.
Now, interesting side note here, Susan. Dr. Felger, and I didn't know this, that she was in this story until we ran it. She was a Northwestern med school grad, but she also was my high school class valedictorian in Indiana.
That's
many
incredible.
Years ago.
So you didn't know she was doing this until you actually saw the story today.
All I knew is that she was a doctor. I didn't know that she was doing this. Very cool, though, to see one of your former classmates answering that call, and I did not know she had served in Iraq.
Does she have Ukrainian heritage, or she's just motivated to do what she can?
As you heard there, I think just answering the call. Her grandfather, I think she said, was in World War II, so very cool. Very proud of her. I finished just a little bit behind her.
I was just going to say, good thing somebody in your class is.
She was the smart EF in our senior class.
Wow, that's really cool.
Very, very proud of her.
You'll have to reach out to her and tell her you saw the story.
Yeah, that is great to see. And we're back with a final check of your first warn forecast in just a moment.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast, News 3 Now at 5.
Discovering the perfect paint for your home has never been easier with Zinsser Smart Coat. Plan smart with interactive tools at smartcoat.com. Buy smart in-store or online for home delivery. And paint smart with this advanced paint and primer in one. Say hello to Zinsser Smart Coat, the next generation of intelligent paint. 11% off at Menards.
Guys, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, Peak Performance for Men has a natural solution that can help you today. That's right. Stop wasting money on pill after pill that just masks your ED. Fix it for good. We can make the difference. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
An eye care benefit card helps our members access even more. This includes a monthly allowance for OTC items and healthy food purchases. Plus, earn more with healthy rewards. Rest easy. Eye care is looking out for you and your health.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video that the viewers can watch while you and I talk so they can actually see how this works. And you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home. I had the timer on, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is wholly words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing, or just when you want to like get rid of the bags? And
Yeah.
you would,
I
your
mean,
morning routine.
It absolutely could be a daily thing, but the way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. Apply it underneath your eyes, fine line wrinkles, forehead lines. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Here's what we're working on tonight. The ominous warning that the worst is yet to come in Ukraine as Russia captures its first major city and a humanitarian crisis unfolds as gas prices skyrocket here at home. Plus, TikTok and teens' mental health, the multi-state investigation into the popular social media app and the possible harm to America's youth. And 1 million goodbyes. We reflect on a week of tragedy for the Ukrainian people. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Dana's back. Final check of the forecast.
It's a little cooler today, but we'll be back to milder temperatures for Friday and the weekend. Tomorrow in the low 40s, breezy outside with a little rain or mixed precipitation at night heading into Saturday. Saturday, scattered showers with isolated thunderstorms. Sunday, a bit windy. You could see some flurries early in the day and then light snow possible at night into Monday. Monday, we're back down to the 30s for afternoon highs. Dry Tuesday, Wednesday, and a few more small chances to see some light snow or flurries by the back half of next week. And notice, as we look ahead to the following weekend, it gets quite a bit cooler outside. We drop right back down.
Up and down.
All right, CBS Evening News is next. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.